Right, guys, welcome to the Currie Cup semi-final live commentary here from my channel, the Rugby Guru. Luckily, we are able to do this stream as I know a lot of you might not notice, but I did get a copyright strike this morning doing the Super Rugby final between the Blues and the Crusaders. So under normal circumstances, they do normally not allow you to continue with live streaming. So we're grateful and thankful that we are able to do this live commentary here today, because this would have been quite disastrous if we weren't able to do the live stream for tonight's game. But we are here and we are ready to witness the semi-final clash here between the Cheetahs and the Pumas today. Last night, the Griquas booked their place in the Currie Cup final for the first time since 1970. So a 52-year wait to reach another final for the Griquas. Can the Pumas pull off the same here today? I don't think it's going to happen. I think the Cheetahs are going to come out victorious here today. But let's just see what's going to happen. Ivan Cynical says, hello, Guru. How's it going, Ivan? Hope you are well and ready for this semi-final clash here between the Cheetahs and the Pumas. We are quickly going to go through the team lineups here for this semi-final clash. For the Cheetahs in the back line, we've got Clayton Blommetjies, Daniel Kasande, David Brits, Chris Smith, Rosker Spekman, Siabonga Masuku, and Ruan Pinar in the back line. Obviously, we know that Clayton Blommetjies will be leaving the Cheetahs for the Stormers next season, as well as Chris Smith leaving for the Bulls next season as well. So probably their last chance to get their hands on the Currie Cup this year, and then moving over to new clubs. So a very formidable backline here for them today. We know our Clayton Blommetjies can run the ball up. Daniel Kasende has been really good. David Brits and Chris Smith should be solid in the midfield combination for them. Rosker Spekman with a little bit of spec magic, maybe along the line today. And then Masuku back in that number 10 jumper, which has done really well for the Cheetahs up until now. And then Ruan Pinar, the experience is going to be vital for him today. Forwards, we've got Jean-Andre Rudolph, Aiden Davis, Gideon van der Merwe, Victor Sikaketke, Reinhard Bernardo, Aranus Kutse, Louis van der Westhuizen, and Cameron Dawson. So Jean-Andre Rudolph playing against his former teammates today, as well as Gideon van der Merwe making that move to the Cheetahs, which it looks like is paying off for him. Did really well at the Griquas, but really just stepped it up a notch since coming to the Cheetahs. So that is the starting lineup for the Cheetahs today. We'll see. Cameron says, glad you're up and running again, Guru. And then also Ivan Cynical saying the Cheetahs are going to win. And then Werner says, hi, Guru, can't wait for the URC. Go Bulls. So, yeah, that is still coming up later on the channel, unless I don't get another copyright strike. So keep your fingers crossed that it doesn't happen again. On the bench today for the Cheetahs, we've got Manus van der Merwe, Alatuo Chakweni, Marne Kutsia, Oki Barnard, Andisa Ntsila, Ruan Creer, Reinhard Fortuin, as well as Robert Everson. So the experience of Robert Everson will be vital for this Cheetah side as well today. Guys like Ntsila has been really good. And then also the likes of Chakweni coming through really good this season for the Cheetahs as well. So that is the Cheetahs lineup for today's game. If we have a look at the Pumas, such a good side, and they've got such a brilliant coach. And don't be surprised if something been pulled out of the bag today by this Pumas side. In the back line, we've got Devin Williams, Tapiwa Mafura, Sebastian de Klerk, Eddie Fouchier, Jake Stigling, Tinus de Beer, and Chriswell September. A very good back line. I mean, I've been impressed with Devin Williams. It's strange how he hasn't got a contract from a bigger union just yet. The likes of Sebastian de Klerk has been quite phenomenal as well. Eddie Fouchier did really well last week, while the likes of Jake Stigling came to the front last week as well, the former Bulls player. Tinus de Beer was good, especially in that first half against the Griquas, but kind of disappeared in the second. And then Chriswell September Also, a very good youngster coming through for them. In the forwards, we've got Andre Fouchier coming in for Makangwana, who's not available for today's game. Willie Engelbrecht moves to the number 7 flanker. Daniel Martins, Shane Kirkwood, Dion Slubbert, Ege Prinsloo, Edwin Swart, and Corne Fourie. Same with Corne Fourie last week. Phenomenal first half, and then just kind of disappeared in that second half. Edwin Swart is looking pretty good for them as well. And then the likes of Willie Engelbrecht and Daniel Martins should be formidable for this contest as well today. So Werner says it would be amazing if the Currie Cup final would be the Griquas and the Pumas. These little teams have really been on form for the last few weeks, which I agree. And then Ivan Senecal says, no, Cheetahs versus Bulls. So that would have been the dream final, really, if you take everything in consideration. The Bulls versus the Cheetahs would have been a really good final to watch. But, I mean, hell, if the Pumas and the Griquas can sort things out in the final, I wouldn't care. I would really look forward to doing that as well. And no one else says, Guru, you're going to wear your Bull shirt today. So, yeah, I ordered the jersey, Rowan, and unfortunately it hasn't arrived in time. So what I'll do is when I do get it, I'll put up a picture of me wearing it. I thought maybe I could wear it to the Currie Cup final next weekend, but now the Bulls will not be playing. So it's going to be there in my collection cabinet, and hopefully I can get a Stormers one as well. So, yeah, and then also a Lions one down the line. But unfortunately, no Bulls jersey today. The bench for the Pumas today, Llewellyn Claessens, Dewald Maritz, Simon Rohr, Kwanda de Massa, Francois Kleinhans, Jovan Snyman, Ali Mjima, and Alvino Fasagi on the bench for the Pumas today. So a very good side is this Pumas one. Will they be able to do the same what the Griquas did to the Bulls last night? I personally think there is a chance to do that, but they'll have to bring their A game. We've seen how they kind of disappear towards the end of the game every single time as the Pumas. So hopefully that will not be the case when this game plays out. Let's hope they stay competitive for the full 80 minutes and we don't see a runaway game from either one of the two sides today. Rowan says, good luck to the Pumas and the Cheetahs then. So not a lot of people for this semi-final here in Bloemfontein. If it's as cold in Bloemfontein as it's here where I live, then it's understandable. But it's like a lot of people said, the Currie Cup has become a little bit watered down. And yeah, we've already got the Bulls out of the competitions. The Sharks and the Western Province, along with the Lions, got knocked out before the playoffs. So it begs the question, does the Currie Cup still add any value to SA Rugby at this stage? Because for me, it's very similar to the Vodacom Cup used to be, just blooding a few youngsters for the Currie Cup sides and the Super Rugby sides. Now it's basically the Currie Cup feeding the URC teams at the moment. So, yeah, Gert Small mentioned it in an interview last night that they should put the Currie Cup in the museum and just move on, as there's just no benefit of the Currie Cup anymore for the Bulls, it seems. So, yeah, it's interesting words from the coach of the Bulls. But we'll see how things go. They're going to have a meeting soon regarding the Currie Cup future. And I, for one, would love to see the old format come back where all 14 provinces get to play. Because, I mean, the likes of the Leopards and the Border Bulldogs and Esvietia, as well as the Boland and the Eastern Province, can all compete in the same competition. I mean, if the Bulls and Sharks and Western Province and the Lions are going to play with B teams, then there's no reason not to bring them back into the competition. I know that there's a couple of other teams that's joined in, like the Zimbabwean side, as well as sort of the Welwitches and all those. So, yeah, I don't know exactly how they're going to do that, but we'll have to wait and see what the decision will be. The referee for today's game is going to be Morne Ferreira, and an interesting choice is I don't know too much about him. but we'll see how things pan out. Ivan Steenekal says the Pumas have a good team, and then Angelino says, Guru, do you think the Cheetahs would have performed if they were in the URC this season? Personally, I don't think they would have come very far as the Cheetahs with the current squad that they've got. I mean, if you go through this lineup again, Clayton Blommetjies have played Super Rugby before. I'm sure David Brits and Chris Smith would have stepped up to the occasion. Roscoe Speckman, maybe a great opportunity it would have been for Masuka to match him with some of the best teams or fly-offs in the world. And then obviously Pienaar would have spoken for himself. And then the starting lineup would have been fine with the likes of Jean-André Rudolph and Gideon van der Merwe. But it gets a little bit thin when you move to the bench of this Cheetah side, and especially the players after the bench. You know, the depth of the Cheetah squad isn't up to scratch at this stage, I think, personally, for them to compete in the URC, let alone the European Challenge Cup next year. So it's going to be interesting to see if they're going to get any new additions to the side. I'm sure that they are going to get a couple of players from the Griquas and the Pumas in the future, the likes of Daniel Martins already going back to the Cheetahs. I mean, guys like Edwin Swart and Corne Fourie and Egie Prinsloo has been outstanding as well. And then Tinus de Beer and Jade Stichling, along with Sebastian de Klerk, could probably make that step up. But they're definitely going to have to borrow and buy quite a few players to get that depth in order for this Cheetah side going into that Challenge Cup next year. So I hope that answers your question, Angelino. So as far as a straightforward answer, I would say no, they wouldn't have come very far. They wouldn't have performed in the season. And then Ivan Steenekal says, Guru, who's going to win? So I think the Cheetahs will have enough. I personally do fancy the Cheetahs to win this game. But being a Griqua supporter as well, I would love to see the Pumas go through and increase the chances of the Griquas actually lifting the trophy. But, I mean, it is the Cheetahs Cup to lose. We knew that from the start of the season with the likes of Frans Versteyn and Ruan Pienaar and all those players playing for the Cheetahs full-time. Like I say, it's the Cheetahs Currie Cup to lose. They've basically got their one hand on the trophy already. But can the Pumas disrupt that today and beat them? That is going to be a big question. But I don't think we'll see the same result that we saw a couple of weeks back. I just think this Cheetah side will step up today in front of their home crowd and come out and deliver the goods today for them. So the Pumas are now making their way onto the field here for this semi-final clash. And yeah, let's hope that they've done enough in the training to counter this Cheetah side today. I know Jimmy Stonehouse would have a lot to say to his players during this week and to the lead up to this game. I mean, he spoke about the fact that they tend to lose the game in the last couple of minutes of a game. So hopefully they will step up today and play the full 80. I personally hope that the Sharks or the Lions can get hold of Jimmy and sign him to coach either one of the two sides, because let's be honest, Ivan van Rooyen as well as Sean Everett has just not been up to scratch for both franchises. And the likes of Harvey Fourie, he's done some great work with this Cheetah side as well, keeping this team together. And considering what this team has been going through as a bigger franchise, it's quite remarkable. They're going down the same route as what the Lions did a couple of seasons back, and they're trying to pick themselves up. So, yeah, according to that, they must have their hand on that trophy already, but they need to show up and play as well. So both teams are on the field now as we get ready for this game to be kicked off. Like I say, the referee for today, Morne Ferreira, don't know too much about him, but hopefully he will have a decent officiating game for us today. For those of you who don't know, the Crusaders have beaten the Blues this morning by 21 points to 7 to lift the Super Rugby trophy as well. So congratulations to them as well. Those of you who didn't follow, I did get a copyright strike on that. And it's a surprise that I'm still able to do the commentary for this game today. So yeah, we're here and we're ready to get this game underway. It's going to be Clayton Blommetjies to get this Currie Cup semi-final underway for us. So good luck to both sides. We'll put up the poll as to who will win. I forgot to put that up just yet. So let's do that now. Is it going to be the Cheetahs or the Pumas as we get this game underway? It's a high-hanging kickoff from Clayton Blommetjies inside the 22, taken by Billy Engelbrecht. He's beaten the first defender up over the 22. He goes. So the Pumas won't be able to kick this one directly into touch. They work it through Edwin Swart, the hooker of the Pumas. Griswold September is waiting at the back to clear this one. Remember, they can't kick this out directly. Devin Williams kicks this downfield. And he has gone and kicked it directly into touch, but it seems like the touch judge is going to put up his flag on the 10-meter line. So maybe it was deemed that it wasn't carried over the 22. Vanna asked, for what reason did you get the strike performance in the Super Rugby final? Oh, no, what do you get? So according to them, I'm not allowed to use the title of Super Rugby at all. So my title, the Blues versus Crusaders Super Rugby final, got me that strike, it seems. So like I said, I'm not sure what I can do these days anymore. So Cheetahs got that lineup correct, and they moved it and kicked it downfield into the hands of Devin Williams, who is in return put it into touch just roundabout between the 22 and the 10-meter line. Right, so throw-in coming up for Louis van der Westhuizen now for the Cheetahs, and a chance for them to get things going in this semi-final. We've had a minute and a half. It's taken by Aidan Davis for the Cheetahs here. And they set up a driving maul here between the 22 and the 10-meter line. Inside Pumas off. Ruan Pienaar waiting for that one to come out. Slowly but surely comes out. Here comes Smith now on the charge. Not gaining any ground with it though. And slow ball coming back for the... Well, in fact, it's stolen by the Pumas on the ground. Now Griswold September gets it out to Tinus de Beer. Out to Devin Williams. Throws a little dummy. Tries to go on his own. Gets it out to Jade Stifling up to the 10-meter line for the Pumas. They're right on the left-hand side of the field as Griswold September gets it back to Tinus de Beer, who puts it on the boot. That one is going to travel. It's going to bounce once, not going to find touch. And Roscoe Speckman will take it inside the 22. He's going to have a run at them, brought down, and get the pass out to Ruan Pienaar, who puts it on the boot. Into the hands it goes of Tinus de Beer, out wide to Devin Williams, who's looking for a little bit of distance. Also not going to find the touchline, into the hands of Clayton Blommetjies, 10 meters from his own line. He puts down a wobbly straight kick down the middle, collected by Tinus de Beer again, right on halfway now. He tries to step. Clayton Blommetjies gets past one, gets past two, up to the 10-meter line in the middle of the field. He's brought down. Now Griswold September out through the back door. Eddie Fischer out to Edwin Swart again. He's going to need support though. And just short of the 10-meter line inside Cheetahs off. Now Griswold September goes to the little box kick over the top, finding space in behind. And it's going to be a line out to the Cheetahs about 10 meters from their own try line. A great, clever little kick there from Griswold September, just chasing the Cheetahs back inside their own 22. Yeah, Vanna, I agree completely. And that's what I said in my email to them. So I didn't counter the strike, but I did send a message to Sanzar explaining that they're busy to destroy the competition in a whole completely. I mean, what's good for one is can't necessarily be bad for another. So if they're going to have to strike me, they're going to have to strike everybody that did the game. So the Cheetahs have got this ball now 5 meters from their own try line here as Ruan Pienaar tries to clear this one for the Cheetahs. Goes to the kick over the top. Not going to find touch. And the bounce of the ball into the hands of Mafura. Tries to step past Roscoe Speckman as he gets Aidan Davis as well on the 10-meter line. Penalty to the Pumas here. And an early chance now for the Pumas to either kick this at goal or set up an attacking lineup? Ruben Kies asked it you global train race. So I'm still waiting for it to come, Ruben. So unfortunately, I'll only be able to post a picture of me wearing it next week sometime when I get it. Right, so the kick from the Pumas are going to find touch, run about 5 meters inside the 22 of the Cheetahs. And let's see if the Pumas can attack from here. Johannes Payne says, will Stormers be double trouble for the Bulls? Griquas was number 1. Absolutely. So at the back, Willie Engelbrecht takes it in. And here comes the driving ball from the Pumas now. Edwin Swart controlling that ball at the back now. Gets it out. Crystal September throws a little dummy. Tries to go on his own here. But held up beautifully by Jean-André Rudolph. And that ball goes down. It is a penalty to the Pumas. Not rolling away is the call against Jean-André Rudolph there. So the former Puma player getting pinned there for not rolling away. Cameron Kleinon says it's a bit of double standards. Absolutely, Cameron, I agree 100%. And then Megan Passon says, hello, Currie, Pumas is going to win today. Go Pumas. So they've kicked to the corner again now, 5 meters out from the try line. Edwin Swart will throw this one in for the Pumas. A great attacking line out here for the Pumas, 5 meters out from the Cheetahs try line. The throw-in collected beautifully by the Pumas as well. And here they come now with the driving maul. Can they get things going? It's looking pretty damn good for them as they take it about 3 meters short of the try line now. And it's now come to a halt here. It's broken free from the Pumas. And Billy Engelbrecht with a beautiful little back pass into the hands of Eddie Fisher. Gets through the first line of defense and gets the try under the post here for them. So the Pumas are on the board. And will we see a repeat of last night when the Bulls lost to the Griquas? Eddie Fisher over for the first try of this game in the semi-final between the Pumas and the Cheetahs. Great little back pass from Billy Engelbrecht out of the hand and into the hands of Eddie Fisher, into the gap. And over the try line, under the posts. No time to celebrate for the Pumas. They need to be on song today. 7 minutes played in this semi-final. Baby Girl says, here we go, Cheetahs, here we go. And then Cameron says, oh boy, not a good start for the Cheetahs, but they have enough quality, I think, to win. So 7 points to 0. It's the Pumas leading this second semi-final of this year's Currie Cup. 7 points to 0. The Pumas leading the Cheetahs at the moment. Right, Clayton Blommetjies will restart this one for us now from the halfway line. 7 points to 0, the Cheetahs lead. The Pumas lead. So the restart is a high one, just reaching the 10-meter line. It's taken beautifully by Shane Kirkwood. Now Crystal September gets it out to Corne Fourie, who slips up and have to set it up on a 10-meter line here for the Pumas inside their own half. Now September back to Tinus de Beer. It goes up high into the air. The chase coming from Afura. It's knocked backwards by Clayton Blommetjies, collected by Roscoe Speckman. Now out to Masuku. He's going to put it on a boot straight down the middle of the field into a bit of space here. But Tinus de Beer has found it and gets it out to Devin Williams, who puts it on the boot. And that one slices off the left boot and into touch, roundabout between the 10 and the halfway line inside Pumas territory. Renier van Onselen says, I would love for Stonehouse to lift the trophy. He was given much for SA Rugby, or he has given much for SA Rugby. Absolutely, Renier, I absolutely agree with you. There's nobody else better than him deservingly to lift that Currie Cup trophy for all the work that he's done over the years. Right, so Louis van Westhuizen now to throw this one in for the Cheetahs between the 10 and the halfway line inside Pumas territory. It is taken beautifully by the Cheetahs. Now Masuka out to Smith. Sets it up between the 10 and the halfway line now. Ruan Pinar again. Now through the back to Masuka. Clayton Blommetjies into the space. Gets it out to Roscoe Speckman up over the 22-meter line. But he's bundled into touch by Mafura. Great cover defense there from the right winger of the Pumas. Space opened up for Roscoe Speckman, but Mafura was up for the challenge there and bundled him into touch just up over the 22-meter line. Great attacking play there from the Cheetahs. Just through the hands they went. Nothing too spectacular about the move. Just hands through and the space opened up for them. Right, Edwin Swart now with the throw into this line-out. Goes taken by the Pumas. Now Crystal September out to Tinus de Pierre. Puts it on the boot. And that is not going to find touch into the hands of Roscoe Speckman now. Well, no, it's going to actually be a penalty to the Pumas. So offside by the Cheetahs there. So giving away a soft penalty is the Cheetahs there. Yeah, that's not offside. It was disruption in the lineout. So Sikakete getting penalized there for playing the player in the air. And then Twix is asking, is Frans playing? So no, Frans Mustaine is injured at the moment. Angelina says, great start by the Pumas. Kom Pumas, kom. 10 minutes gone in this second semi-final. It's the Pumas leading by 7 points to 0. So they just need to update that score because it is 7-0 at the moment. 11 minutes gone in this one. So I think what I should do is just correct that one for you guys so there's no confusion. So the Cheetahs have got 0 and the Pumas 7. Pumas now controlling that ball at the 10-meter mark here for them. Taken up beautifully again. Just waiting for that ball is Crystal September now. Oh, there we go. So the score is corrected now. Kick downfield here from the Pumas, collected by Roscoe Speckman from the 22-meter line. He's going. He should have passed it. Clayton Blommetjies. The ball spills out loose. Picked up by Edwin Swart now. Crystal September. Crystal September looking for a bit of space. Tries to go on his head just short of the 22-meter line. Can the Pumas secure this ball? Yes, they can. So here they come again now. Eddie Fisher with a little chip through. Oh, the bounce of the ball wasn't kind, and it's knocked on by Jake Stichlin as it's been collected by Kasande for the Cheetahs now inside their own 22 now. Sikakete out to Smith. Smith throws a little dummy, tries to go on his own, and it's going to be a penalty against the Pumas for a high tackle there from Corne Currie on Smith. Not your everyday cultist says, I hope the Pumas win. And then Cameron Taylor says, come on, guys, 107 people watching, not even 10 likes. Come and support the Guru, support the channel, and hit that like button. Thanks, Cameron. So do show your support and press that like button and subscribe to the channel. Right, so penalty here to the Cheetahs for a high tackle from Corne Currie. Not your everyday cultist says, the Stormers and the Griquas are backing the Pumas here today. So line out to the Cheetahs between the 10 and the halfway line inside their own half. Louis van der Westhuizen finds Sikakete now to drive it up over the halfway line. Great ball here from the Cheetahs as they're starting to find a rhythm up to the 10-meter line here of the Pumas. Still going forward is the Cheetahs at the moment. It has stopped now on the 10-meter line of the Pumas. Now Ruan Pinar. Smith again. Masuku. Tackle there by Sebastian de Klerk behind the advantage line. Now Ruan Pinar again with a little chip kick over the top and looking for space, but Devin Williams have come back for it. Gets it out to Mafura, who puts it on the boot and sends it into touch. Roundabout on the 10-meter line of the Pumas, but quickly thrown in by the Cheetahs. Here they come now. Roscoe Speckman from the halfway line. Here's an opportunity for him. Tries to cut through the defense. Can't do so. Now brought down just short of the 10-meter line to get it out. Now an opportunity here for the Cheetahs to go on the attack. They've made it up to run about the 10-meter line of the Pumas now. They come back. Masuku again. Smith, long pass out to Kasande. Kasande up over the 10-meter line. He goes between the 10 and the 22 of the Pumas now. Ruan Pinar gets it out beautifully. Here comes the pass from Masuku out to Cornell Smith. He's driven back in the tackle, though. Roundabout on the 10-meter line again. Masuku out to Roscoe Sepman. Masuku again. Long cut-out pass here to Jean-André Rudolph. Jean-André Rudolph up over the 22-meter line. He goes about 10 meters out from the try line. He's brought down now. And slow ball coming back for the Cheetahs, though, right on the left-hand side of the field. Pinar gets it back now. Bernardo sets it up nicely for the Cheetahs again, about 10 meters out from the try line. They work it, trying to make a bit of ground. Here's the Cheetahs now, 10 meters out from the try line. Still they come. Gideon van der Merwe. Now it's another Roscoe Speckman charge. Tries the offload to Ruan Pinar, 5 meters out from the try line. Here's the Cheetahs now. Will they get this ball back, though? It looks like the Pumas might have stolen this. No, it will come back for the Masuku. Now out to David Brits to Jean-André Rudolph. Burst his way over the try line. And the Cheetahs are on the board for the semi-final as well. Some great persistence from the Cheetahs there, getting their first try of this game as well now. So 11 phases later, the Cheetahs now onto the board with a try of their own. Jean-André Rudolph, the former Pumas number 8, getting over for the try for the Cheetahs here. Great work there from them, and great build-up to that try. And Jean-André Rudolph almost in every one of those. So some great play from the Cheetahs then. Not your everyday Carlton says the Griquas were the underdogs yesterday. The Pumas are the underdogs now. And the Stormers are the underdogs tonight. We must unite. Angelino says, shucks, Pumas defense crumbling there. And then Aniki van Beek says, go, go, Cheetahs. So difficult conversion coming up here for Ruan Pinar from the left-hand corner of the field. But we've seen last week how good he was with the kicking boot as well. So we'll just see how it goes. Can they get this conversion to level up the scoreboard here 7-all, or will it stay 7-5? So this kick here from the left-hand corner, he's done it plenty of times before for the Cheetahs. That is a beautiful strike from Ruan Pinar, and he gets it over. So it's 7-all here between the two sides. So I think we'll just update that while we wait for Flash Sport to do the same. So 7-all it is here, the Cheetahs and the Pumas at the moment. We've had around 17 minutes of play in this game. So Cheetahs 7, Pumas 7 at the moment. Tries by Eddie Fischer and Jean-André Rudolph so far. As Tinus de Beer gets this game back underway. Caught by Clayton Blommetjies inside the 22. He goes on a little run up over the 22-meter line. Now Ruan Pinar under pressure. Great pressure here from the Pumas, and they've won this ball. It's a knock-on from the Cheetahs, and it will be a scrum down to the Pumas right on the 22-meter line. Great defensive work there, and great work done there by Shane Kirkwood for the Pumas. So we also seen, I think there's a couple of changes to the Cheetah lineup. I think Ntila has actually started this one, and Gideon van der Merwe isn't playing here. Aiden Davis at 7, and then Ntila at number 6 here for the Cheetahs today. Pinar is stayed down, so he's receiving a little bit of attention at the moment. Right, so what can I do with this one? 18 minutes gone in this one. It's 7-all at the moment. And a great opportunity for the Pumas to get back into this lead after just losing the lead there for a second. We've got 18 minutes gone in this one, and pretty much anybody's game at the moment. Both teams are playing quite good rugby at the moment, and just see when the game resumes here what they can do. So Pinar looks like he's back up on his feet and ready to rumble again. So the Pumas have opened up the scoreboard here for a great try from Eddie Fischer, but Jean-André Rudolph has struck back and scored the opening try for the Cheetahs as well. So far, both teams clinical with their kicking and working through the phases quite nicely. Very entertaining game so far. If you're comparing it to last night between the Griquas and the Bulls, that first half never seemed like it was going to get going, and then sparked to life in the second half. But so far, it's been a really good 18 minutes in this game. Not your everyday cultist says underdogs for the win today. Scrum down, and it's September who feeds this one in. It goes down on the side of the Cheetahs, and we will reset scrum. As Ferreira says, they'll have another scrum. On any other call, maybe, or a bit late in this game, that could have been a yellow, not a yellow card, a penalty to the Pumas for losing your bind. So the referee just allowing the players to settle in a little bit here. Peter van Breda says, go free start. And then Not Your Everyday Culter says, the Griquas were on fire last night. Indeed, they were. So the Pumas about 50 kilograms heavier than the Cheetahs today. They're packing a massive pack of forwards, is this Pumas side. Crystal September with the feet to the scrum again now. And it's a stable scrum from both sides at the moment. Crystal September off the back. Gets Eddie for sure. Throws a little dummy. Goes himself. 5 meters inside the 22 now. It's the Pumas. September gets it out to Jade Stichling. Tries to spin out of one tackle here. But good defense from the Cheetahs, keeping them out at the moment. Comes back again now. Valie Engelbrecht de Beer. Through the back it goes to Sebastian de Klerk. Oh, it's been intercepted by Roscoe Speckman. But the cover defense onto him in a flash. And he loses the ball. And Tinus de Beer has kicked us forward. And he's going to dart over for another try as he gets the inside pass to Sebastian de Klerk. And I'm sure they're going to go upstairs to have a look at this one. But as it stands, it looks like it's going to be a try to the Pumas again. Well. Knocked on by Sekakete, I think it was. And then Tinus de Beer just kicked it forward and chased it down and got the pass away to Sebastian de Klerk. So if nothing else happens of it, it's going to be try time to the Pumas again. Great work from Tinus de Beer there. And then the inside pass to Sebastian de Klerk. So 20 minutes gone in this one. The try's been awarded. So Angelino says the underdogs are stepping up in the Currie Cup. 12 points to 7 here after about 20 minutes of play in this one. Ivan Senekal says free start. Not Your Everyday Culter says another try. So Ruan Pinar has left the field. So that will mean that the replacement on the field for them will be Ruan Krier, who comes on to replace Ruan Pinar. Cameron says Cheetahs think they can just rock up and win. They will have to fight today. So the conversion has gone to the left of the post. So score will remain 12 points to 7 here. Not Your Everyday Culter says yes, please, Pumas. So I thought Roscoe was going to be gone for all money there. And then he got caught, tried the little offload to Nsilla, in fact, and he knocked it on. And from there, the Pumas went to score. So the restart collected by Slubbert, who takes it up. Oh, big drive here from the Pumas, almost up to the halfway line. Will they get this ball back? Yes, they will. Crystal September has got it. And just waiting for this one now. Crystal September now with the box kick over the top, and Jade Stiflin chasing after it. It's Masuka who went for that ball, and it's come off into touch. So it will be a line out to the Pumas. So things not working out for the Cheetahs at the moment. It was quickly thrown in by the Pumas, but offside by the Cheetahs is the call from the referee. So Jean-Andre Rudolph penalized there. So a penalty to the Pumas, 5 meters outside of the 22 here. And it will be interesting to see if they're going to have a shot at goal or kick for touch here. They're about 10 meters out from the left-hand touch line. They have gone for the kick at goal here. So Eddie Fisher will line this one up. about 10 meters from the left-hand touchline. So a bit of confusion there as to that lineup, because it looked like Edwin Swart threw it in, and then they were basically pinned for offside. Was the Cheetahs there. So Eddie Fisher now lining up this kick. 23 minutes gone in this first half. 7 points to 12 at the moment. The poll 120 votes with the Cheetahs 72% to win this. The Pumas only 28%. Not your everyday cultist says, I would love a Grekwes Pumas final. It would be quite remarkable, won't it? So Eddie Fisher now lining this one up. And there's quite a bit of a win there, it seems, as that one has also gone to the left of the post. So the scoreboard remains 12 points to 7 here. Now I'd say the Pumas must just take every point that they can early on. So 5 points now going to waste here for the Pumas in this semi-final so far. A missed conversion and now a missed penalty as well, as Clayton Blommetjies will restart this one now. Yeah, so Ruan Pienaar has left the field with an injury. So Ruan is on the field now in place of Ruan Pienaar. So the replacement is Ruan Creer. Right, here comes September now, out to Tinus de Pierre. Now it's Eddie Fisher again. Beautiful pass to Sebastian de Klerk into space, gets the switch inside, and here comes another try for Sebastian de Klerk. It was Daniel Martin who switched the angle beautifully and then got the pass out to Sebastian de Klerk for the third try of this game. What a try. That is exquisite. Beautiful play from him. The timing of the pass from Eddie Fisher to Daniel Martins was incredible. And then the switch from Sebastian de Klerk on the inside, even better. So great work here from the Pumas as they now lead by 17 points to 7 with the conversion to come. Incredible stuff here from them as Sebastian de Klerk gets his second try of this game. Angelino says Cheetahs are falling apart here at the moment. And then Val Sable says, come on, Pumas, sock it to the Blikwater. Right, so Eddie Fisher now with the conversion to come here for them. And 3 tries to 1. 25 minutes gone in this one. Great work from the Pumas so far. Can they keep it up? The conversion from the Pumas this time round. Again to the left of the post. So now 7 points left behind by Eddie Fisher so far. Will that come back to bite the Pumas today? 17 points to 7 here after 26 minutes of play. Angelina says this kicks are costing the Pumas at the moment. Right, the restart taken by Philly. Well, Sebastian de Klerk here inside the 22 of the Pumas, and he's done quite a bit in his opening 26 minutes, is Sebastian de Klerk. Now they get it out to Willie Engelbrecht, who just sets it up inside the 22 for the Pumas. And September now waiting for it. Gets it out to Tinus de Pierre, puts it on the boot here for the Pumas. And not finding a lot of, well, it's not going to find touch here. And taken by Clayton Blomik is now on halfway. Good tackle there from Edwin Swart. Ruan now waiting for that one as Masuka kicks it high up into the air. But the mark has been made by Tinus de Pierre inside the 22 of the Pumas. So a wasteful kick there from Masuku. Tinus de Pierre now to kick this downfield for the Pumas again. So Ruan Creer on the field for Ruan Pienaar, as Pienaar got injured a little bit earlier on in his first half. 27 minutes gone in this game, 17 points to 7. The Pumas lead, 51% possession to the Cheetahs, while territory, they also got 58%. So they're leading everywhere else on the field except on the scoreboard, and the try's been scored today. Louis van der Westhuizen now with the throw into this lineup. As it's been knocked on by the Cheetahs, and it's going to be a scrum down to the Pumas right on halfway. Sekakete knocking that ball on in the lineup, and everything is just not working out for the Cheetahs at the moment. Sloppy play from the Cheetahs at the moment. Cameron says should be 24 points, but missed kicks could it cost the Pumas Motel, but they seem to score at will at the moment. And then not your everyday Calter says, come on, Eddie. And then Antoinette Gerbert says, Stormers underdogs, go Pumas, another try. And then Jan Priederdam says, eerder die Pumas as die Blue Bulle vir die Cup. And then Sergio says, I had a gut feeling this match wasn't an easy match for the Cheetahs. Mike says, how's it, Guru? Thanks for the commentary. No problem, Mike. And then the Pumas kicking is lacking now at the moment. Absolutely. So, Chris, it's going to be a penalty to the Cheetahs here from the scrum. And another slip up here from the Pumas this time round. This Louis van der Westhuizen quite happy with that penalty that he just received. So, a massive scrum. The bind lost by the Pumas. And we saw it a little bit earlier where I mentioned that the Cheetahs lost their bind, which should have been a penalty as well. But we got a reset scrum instead. So the Cheetahs now with the kick to the corner, 10 meters out from the try line here. Can we see something happen here for the Cheetahs now? 170 people watching. Press that like button and subscribe if you're new. Van der Westhuizen to Bernardo. And here goes off the back is Nchila, who nearly goes all the way, 5 meters out. But there's been a knock-on from Nchila. But we will be coming back for another penalty here to the Cheetahs. Well, I'm not even sure if that is Nchila. No, it doesn't look like him. So there was a change before the game. Gideon van der Merwe not playing today. So I didn't get who that is. And I'm not very familiar with the player. So it might even not be Nchila there. But it might be Morsi who's actually playing. So, yeah, I think it's Morsi who is playing at 6 today for the Cheetahs. So, Louis van der Westhuizen off the back again. Here comes the driving maul from the Cheetahs now. Another penalty advantage. And the Pumas need to be very careful here. Scrum gets it out now. Cornel Smirt with a little chip kick collected by Jade Sticklin. So, we're coming back for another penalty then to the Puma, up to the Cheetahs. And the Pumas need to be very careful now, as they are playing the players in the air here in the lineout at the moment. So Slubbert and Kirkwood, the guilty party there for the Pumas, and Masuka puts another one into touch here. 9 minutes to go in this first half. It's 17 points to 7 at the moment. The Pumas leading the Cheetahs. Louis van der Westhuizen with the throw in. I think he found Sekakete that time round. Here comes another driving maul from the Cheetahs. This one is looking good for them as they're starting to move forward and over the try line. Surely no. It's going to be, wait for it. The try has been awarded, it seems, by the referee as Louis van der Westhuizen, the hooker of the Cheetahs, gets over for the try here. No, in fact, no, it's not going to be awarded. So it's going to be a penalty try to the Cheetahs there. And Louis van der Westhuizen was deemed to be held up. So it's going to be 17 points to 14 after that penalty try. Rowan van Kraan says, love the Guru and his commentating, lose the chin fluff, and you might just join Supersport panel. No, not at this stage, man. Angelina says those kicks missed are going to cost the Pumas big time. So 17-14 it is at the moment. Daniel Martin's been sent to the bin as well here for the Pumas. So the Pumas down to 14 men for the next 10 minutes. 8 minutes left in this first half as Clayton Blomicki stakes it up for the Cheetahs between the 22 and the 10-meter line. Now it's taken up by Ruan Pretorius, well, it's Ruan Krea, sorry, again, taking that one up for the Cheetahs. So Ruan Krea now with the box kick over the top here for the Cheetahs. The chase coming from Kasande. But Devin Williams beautifully collected on the halfway line. Gets the pass out to Sebastian de Klerk again. Here between the 10 and the halfway line. The ball has been ripped by the Cheetahs though. And here's a counter-attack opportunity. It's Smith now. Smith with a kick downfield. The chase coming now from the Cheetahs. That ball is going to bounce and into touch it goes. So it should be a 50-22 as well. So Smith did phenomenally well there with the kick inside the 22 of the Pumas. Line out to the Cheetahs, 5 meters inside the 22. Yeah, not your everyday cult says any better not have cost in the game with a terrible kicking display. And then Craig says, "Kom Vrystaat." Cameron says, "Cheetahs need to score and make use of the one-man advantage." Right, so Louis van der Westhuizen with the throw in now. 6.5 minutes to go. Taken beautifully here by the Cheetahs. Aiden Davis gets it out to Smith again. Smith a little bit isolated though, but it's going to be a penalty against the Pumas. Not supporting his body weight was Tinus de Beer there and gives away the penalty again. So the Cheetahs now on a roll at the moment. No problem, Barry. So I've got a YouTube strike this morning doing the Super Rugby final, same way as I'm doing it now, and I still got strikes. So, yeah, it's ridiculous. So the Cheetahs have opted to go for goal here, and Masuku will kick a goal to level up the scoreboard here. I think that's the wrong move from the Cheetahs. I would have just put it into the corner and went for another driving maul. They're dominating in that facet. And yeah, strange considering that they were to the left-hand corner when they got the penalty. So it would have been an easy 5-meter line out to them. At least 10 meters out. But Masuka going to have a shot at goal here just to level up the scores with 5 minutes to go in this first half. First need to get it though. And the strike of the ball is good. It's 17 all here in this semi-final 2 of the Currie Cup. 17 all after 35 minutes of play. And there's still 7 minutes left on that yellow card for Daniel Martins as well. Angelino says, should have gone for another try to use that one extra man advantage. Absolutely. So let's see what happens with this last 4.5 minutes of the game. 17 all here in the Currie Cup semi-final. 5 minutes or 4.5 minutes to go in this first half. The kickoff claimed by Clayton Blommetjies out to Jean-Ray Rudolph. Gets tackled by Sebastian de Klerk there inside about 10 meters out from the Cheetahs try line. Ruan Krea now waiting for it. Looks like he is going to try and clear this ball himself. And it goes high up into the air. Kasande chasing after it. That is going to find touch though. Roundabout on the 10-meter line inside the Cheetahs half. So Pumas now with an opportunity here. The Pumas conceding the last 4 penalties of this game. The 29th, the 30th minute, 31st minute, and also the 36th minute of this first half. I think Corsi Tando says the experience of the Cheetahs is going to count on this game. The misconversions by the Pumas are going to cost them huge time, which I agree on at this stage. So 17 all it is. It could have been 24 points to 17 had Eddie Fisher got all his kicks. Right, Edwin Swart now with this throw in for the Pumas. It is taken in there beautifully by Slubbert. And a chance now for the Pumas. Can they get a driving maul going? No, they can't. So Crystal September will have to get this one out for them. Does get it out now. Jade Stuchling takes it up over the 10-meter line here for the Pumas. Crystal September tries to throw a little dummy. Not falling for it is the Cheetahs. Now Edwin Swart taking it up again for them. Tackled by Sikakete. And now coming back for the Medi Fisher. Cut out pass to Willie Engelbrecht. Back on the inside they go. Still coming is the Pumas now between the 10 and the 22-meter line. Back to Edwin Swart again, sets it up another time for the Pumas. September now, Tinas de Beer. Out it comes to Devin Williams. Long cut-up pass into the hands of Mafura, but they've lost plenty of ground here, all the way back to the halfway line as the Pumas now. Sebastian Leclerc gets it out to Tinas de Beer. Now it's Slabbert again, gets it out now to Kirkwood, who sets it up around about the 10-meter line. Now Tinas de Beer with the kick downfield, looking for space, and that one is going to roll all the way over the net ball line. So we will come back for a scrum down. That was inches, or it would have been a 5-meter line out on the Cheetahs try line. Just the luck not working out there for Tinas de Beer, unfortunately, as that ball just runs over the dead ball line. So 17 all it is here at the moment, and there's about a minute and a half to go. It's going to be a scrum down to the Cheetahs, roundabout on the Pumas 10-meter line. Sharkbrain says the Pumas took the pedal off the gas, and then Rudolf Lindicki says it's a cat fight, orange versus pink. And then Sergio asks, is Frans still at the Cheetahs? Yes, he is, but he is out injured at the moment. And not your everyday cultist says Pumas, fix your act now. Not your everyday cultist says Sansa probably didn't even go into the stream. They just probably saw live commentary in the title and thought you were streaming the actual match commentary. Yeah, it's ridiculous. So the reason that they gave was because I used the title, Blues versus Crusaders Super Rugby Final 2022, saying that I don't have the permission to use that, which is rubbish. It's absolutely rubbish. So then that means that you can't even put in a newspaper article or write anything about it. So they have to basically pin everybody that uses the title Blues versus Crusaders Super Rugby, you know. So that's just ridiculous, but it is what it is. Rowan says, I'm serious. People mention you, Bladen, when a bit of Afrikaans, and some people will remember Gerard Verveers, as in Verveer. Go on, son. Thanks, Rowan. And then, oh, goodness gracious, here comes the Cheetahs on the attack, and it's broken through. Jean-André Rudolph gets the pass out to Clayton Blommetjies, and it's going to be another try here for the Cheetahs with a minute to go in this first half. Well, catching the Pumas asleep there as Clayton Blommetjies gets the try for the Cheetahs. Well. 22 points to 17 it is now. And the Pumas, after such a great start, has really slipped up now. 3 tries apiece, but it's the kicking that's let the Pumas down. A great move from that scrum. Masuka and Roscoe Speckman were, along with Jean-André Rudolph, working in great fashion. And then Clayton Blommetjies just sealing the deal there for them. Well, the Cheetahs are now into the lead, and that is a really good try. So Masuka now with the conversion attempt here, 1 from 1 today. Ruan Pienaar, the goal kicker, obviously off the field, replaced by Ruan Creer. So 22 points to 17. Let's see what happens. 22 to 17. And over goes the conversion as well. So 24 points to 17 it is. And we will go into halftime with the Cheetahs leading by 7 points in this semi-final. The Pumas will be very disappointed that they've led off the last 10-15 minutes of this first half. They were in total control at one stage. But the Cheetahs have hit back, and they are leading by 24 points to 17 here at halftime. The Pumas will still have a play in the bin for 2 more minutes in the second half. So we'll see what the second half will bring for us. It's not over by a long shot, and the Pumas can still come back into this one. I'm going to take a quick break, but when I do come back, we will be doing the second half of this game. Right, so we are back here for the second half, guys. It's the Cheetahs leading at halftime by 24 points to 17 after trailing by 17 points to 7 at one stage. And the Pumas came out firing and looked like the real deal today. But the Cheetahs have shown quality to get back into this game. The Pumas are down to 14 men as well for the next 2 minutes in the second half after Daniel Martins got a yellow card for a team foul and a penalty try awarded to the Cheetahs. So we'll see what happens. It's not over yet. I mean, if the Pumas can just round off their kicking today, Eddie Fisher already dropping 7 points with the boot today. So it could have been 24 all at halftime, but we can't talk about what could have been. It was counting at the moment. So we'll see whether the Pumas can come back or whether the Cheetahs will step up a gear and finish this Puma side today. But it looks like for all money, like the Cheetahs will be going through to the final if they can keep up the kind of play that they've done here in the last 20 minutes or so in this first half. There will be no stopping this Cheetahs side going into the last 40 minutes of this game. So from a player point of view, Clayton Blommetjies has scored a try. He's looked pretty good off the back here for them, trying to find space in the defense throughout the game. But yeah, it is a good performance from him. Daniel Kasande not getting too many opportunities. David Brits, as well as Chris Smith. Chris Smith has had a couple of beautiful touches in that first half as well. Roscoe Speckman trying to make a bit of spec magic, but it's not working out for him as well today. Masuku has struggled a little bit at 10, I would say, and then Ruan Pinar has left the field after about 20 minutes of play, replaced by Ruan Creer. So that's how the backline lines up. Jean-Andre Rudolph has been exceptional for his Cheetah side in the first half. Aiden Davids has been good. Gideon van der Merwe is not playing, so I think it's Mossi that came in to replace him. Victor Sakakete is struggling today. His lineouts have struggled. His discipline overall is not that great at the moment. So he'll need to step up in that second half. Renier Bernardo's done well. Ranus Kutsia, Louis van der Westhuizen, and Cameron Dawson doing well at scrum time as well for this Cheetah outfit at the moment. Let's quickly go and have a look at the performance from the Pumas so far. So Devin Williams have had a couple of good touches. Tapira Mafura doing the basics right at the moment. Sebastian de Klerk has been exceptional. The passing of Eddie Fisher has been exquisite in that backline, but his goal kicking has been really poor today and could potentially cost the Pumas the game as well today. Jade Stichling has been good. Tinus de Beer has been solid. And September also playing valiantly at the moment. Fisher, Willie Engelbrecht and Daniel Martins trying hard, although Daniel Martins did concede that yellow card. So we'll wait and see how much of an impact that will be in the making of this semi-final. It's cost the Pumas 14 points, but it can't be said that it's his fault alone. Then Shane Kirkwood and Dion Slubbert doing good at line-out times and really trying to disrupt the Cheetahs at all costs. Yehia Prinsloo, Corne Fourie and Edwin Swart has been really good as well in that first half for the Pumas. Angelino says, don't give up on the Pumas just yet. Greg says, Hak Vrystaat. And then Jan says, Cheetahs for SA President. And then Sharks Brain says, Sharks had a very disappointing season in Currie Cup and URC, absolutely. And then Johannes asked, what time will the Stormers win tonight? So I'm not so sure about the win, Johannes, but I know that the kickoff will be at 7:30. So at around 9 o'clock, 8:45, we should know who the winner of the first URC title will be. But for now, we've got the next 40 minutes in this Currie Cup semi-final as both teams are back on the field and ready to get this next 40 minutes underway. Will it be a Cheetahs Griquas final, or will the Pumas have something to say about this going into this last 40 minutes of the game? I just have this feeling that there is going to be another twist in the tail here. In fact, the players are not back on the field just yet, so we are still waiting. 3 tries apiece in this first half. It's been a try-scoring festival here in this first half of the Currie Cup semi-final, and we'll see who shows up for the next 40 minutes. Will it be the Pumas or will it be the Cheetahs? The Cheetahs currently leading by 7 points at the moment and looking to book their place in the final, which will be held at in Bloemfontein in the Free State Stadium. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. It is a cold, windy day there in Bloemfontein today, so not quite sure if the Pumas have been able to adapt to the weather quite yet, but they've lit the house on fire. But the last 20 minutes have been really disappointing as far as this contest is going at the moment. A lot of, not a lot of support here today. It's actually a little bit disappointing, the crowd attendance. We saw it last night as well. Very few people at the Loftus last night. So now we are going to get the second half back underway. It's going to be Tinus de Beer to get proceedings going for us. And the restart taken by the Pumas inside the 22, taken up by Jean-André Rudolph for the Cheetahs to just outside the 22 here, as Ruan Creer waiting for this ball to come out. Looks like he's going to try and clear this ball himself. Goes to the box kick over the top. Not going to find touch. Roscoe Speckman chasing after it, or Kasande chasing after it. And the Pumas have knocked this ball on. A chance now for the Cheetahs. Creer gets it out to Masuku. Out to Clayton Blommetjies. David Brits now. David Brits up over the halfway line. He goes. And still going is David Brits over the 22-meter line. The ball back inside to Mossi. He's just 10 meters out, brought down. Now it's a Creer again. Gets it out to Bernardo. Support play there for the Cheetahs. Masuku gets it out to Sekakete. He's just 3 meters short now. Creer back to Smith. Smith with a long pass out, and it's going to be Jean-André Rudolph over for his second try of this game. And it's the Cheetahs who starts like a house on fire. Great work from them. And Jean-André Rudolph gets over for his second try of this game and puts the Cheetahs into a 29 points to 17 lead. Just how quick a game can change for one side. So Angelino asked, when was the last time you went to watch a live rugby game? So it's been 5 years now, Angelino. It was the Springboks up against Australia in Bloemfontein in 2017 when we drew level after Elton Yankees missed the last conversion or penalty of the game. I think it was 27-all, if I'm not mistaken. So they are going to go upstairs to have a look at something here. So first things first. Oh, I think David Brits might have been into touch there. And then they also have to check whether the pass out of the hand went forward or not. So from this angle, will we be able to see whether he went into touch or not? All right, this angle will tell us. David Brits on the run here. Did his foot go into touch? Oh, no, wait. He might have been in. Oh, that's a tough call to make. I personally would say that he was okay. So let's see what the referee decides. Has the try been awarded or not? Yeah, the try has been awarded. So it's going to be 29 points to 17 here with the conversion to come. So they actually didn't go for the forward pass, Cameron. They looked to see whether David Brits' foot was in touch or not. So he was all good there. 29 points to 17 now with the conversion to come. Cameron says, give the benefit to the attacking team. Absolutely there. And that kick from Masuka is going to go to the left of the post. So 29 points to 17. The Cheetahs now leading this game. 29 points to 17. A good lead here for them after 3 minutes played in the second half. Right, so Chandra Rudolph getting that second try for them. Are we going to be able to update the score? Let's just do that. 29 to 17 at the moment, as we wait for Flash Score to update this scoreboard as well. So the restart taken by the Cheetahs. Then we're going with the box kick over the top again, as another ball has been stolen by the Cheetahs, and it's Chandra Rudolph, but he gets bundled into touch by Sebastian de Klerk. So it will be a line out to the Pumas on their own 10-meter line at the moment. Nothing flashy from the Cheetahs at the moment, just playing the basics and allowing the Pumas to make the mistakes here in this game. So, in fact, we are going to come back for that first knock-on from the Pumas. So, it will be a scrum down to the Cheetahs on the 10-meter line inside Pumas half. Everything working out for the Cheetahs at the moment. 5 minutes into the second half here of this second Currie Cup semi-final. It's all Cheetahs at the moment. Cameron Klingon says, I wonder what was said at halftime. The Cheetahs are on fire at the moment. All good regarding that, Cameron. I wonder what was said in the Pumas dressing room, because we know Jimmy is quite a big guy as a coach as well. So that score has been updated now from them as well. So 29 points to 17 it is at the moment. Here comes the Cheetahs, Masuka. Out it goes David Brits. Good timing of the pass to Clayton Blommetjies, but he's knocked it on. And it will be a scrum down to the Pumas on the 10-meter line. So just a little bit over-eager there from Clayton Blommetjies. The pass from David Brits was beautifully timed, but just the hands not working out. Well, in fact, it was a forward pass from David Brits anyway. Right, so September now to feed this ball in to the scrum. Angelino says it's looking a bit bleak for the Pumas. Say Akwok, says Aniki. Right, Sebastian is joining. Good afternoon, Guru. Cheers for the commentary. No problem, Sebastian. Thanks for tuning in as well. So it's going to be a scrum down to the Pumas now, roundabout on their own 10-meter line. 6.5 minutes gone in the second half, trailing by 29 points to 17. Big scrum from the Cheetahs, and they win the penalty as well. And definitely starting to take control of this game is the Cheetahs. Great work from the forwards, and an opportunity to set this one up. It seems like there's quite a wind blowing on this side of the field, so I don't know if they're going to go for a shot at goal though. Might go for the corner. No, in fact, they have gone for goal here. So Masuka from around the 10-meter line inside Pumas territory, right in the middle of the field. Let's see if he can get this one. He's missed one kick so far, is Masuku. 29-17, 7.5 minutes gone in this one. And it's looking more and more like the Cheetahs will be hosting the final. The kick from Masuku lines it up, and that one is going to go over. So 32 points to 17, the Cheetahs lead now. And it's starting to run away from the Pumas. Trailing by a good, is that 14 points at the moment? 15 points at the moment are they trailing by. So more than 2 converted tries here. The Pumas are trailing with Tinus de Beer to restart this game in for the Pumas. A deep kick in again, taken by Clayton Blommetjies, and puts it on the boot. Not going to find touch. And here's Jake Stichler or Devin Williams now. Devin Williams with a kick. He's been charged down, but luckily comes back for the Pumas as Tinus de Beer sets it up round about on the halfway line. Now September gets it out to Corne Furre. Just up over the halfway line now is the Pumas, and they win a penalty. Not rolling away is the call from the referee. there against Jandre Rudolph this time. So a chance now for the Pumas to kick this downfield as well. 9 minutes gone in the second half. The Cheetahs leading by 32 points to 17 at the moment. Tinus de Beer will kick this downfield for them. And he is going to find touch round about 15 meters out from the Cheetahs try line. 32-17 with this penalty now to the Pumas. 15 meters out from the try line. They will be setting up a line out. Rudolph says it's been raining in the Cape for 3 days straight. As it looks now, it's going to be very wet and cold for tonight's game. I'm a Shark, so do not really care. Right, Edwin Swart now with a throw into this lineup. 32-17. They need to strike now if they want to get back into this game. Here comes the driving maul from the Pumas now. And broken off the back is Edwin Swart. Edwin Swart takes it about 7 meters out from the try line. Here comes Corne Fourie now. Penalty advantage to the Pumas now. Offside by the Cheetahs. Slow ball coming back. It's been stolen by the Cheetahs, but penalty to the Pumas for offside. So Mossi and Engelbrecht just having a chat with each other there. Nothing too serious. One of the Cheetah players have stayed down though. And it looks like it's Louis van der Westhuizen who will be receiving some attention there. Just having a look at what happened there exactly. Not quite sure. So nothing too serious onto that. So in fact, it is going to be, it's not Louis van der Westhuizen who's down. It was Cameron Dawson who was receiving some attention for them. 30 minutes left in this semi-final. 32-17. Chance now as the Pumas set up a line out here from around 5 meters out from the Cheetahs try line. Edwin Swart to throw this one in. They need to score now. Realistically, for the Pumas to have any chance in this one, they will have to hit back now. It's taken beautifully by Slubbert. And here comes the driving maul now from the Pumas. It is not going anywhere at the moment. And Chris September will have to get this one out for him. They go to blind side. Then over the try line is Jade Stichling. But I think his foot might have been in touch there. So there's a foot in touch there from Jade Stichling. So it's going to be a line out to the Cheetahs. Well, they try valiantly there because Sunday made the tackle. And rightly so, into touch there. The foot just over the line. So line out to the Cheetahs now, 5 meters out from their own try line. Louis van der Westhuizen with the long throw in over the top. It's collected by Mossi. Still about 5 meters out from their own try line as the Cheetahs now. There's Ruan Creer waiting for that one to come out. Looks like he is going to pass this ball out or maybe go himself. Let's see what he does. So he is going to go with the box kick over the top himself, and he will not find touch. And into the hands of Jade Stichling now out to Devin Williams. Quickly on to Devin Williams was Clayton Blommetjies and Sunday. But he's managed to worm his way up to the 10-meter line now of the Cheetahs, and that ball spills out the Cheetahs' way. And here's a counter-attack from Clayton Blommetjies. Goes with a little kick, and it's going to go directly into touch. So it will be a line out on the 10-meter line for Pumas on the Cheetahs, well, inside the Cheetahs half. 28 minutes to go in this game. Sergio asked Guru, think Bulls are going to win tonight, but Bulls don't have a good record playing in Cape Town. So, yeah, look, the only reason why I am supporting the Bulls tonight is the fact that I basically promised everybody if Leinster is going to be beaten at the RDS. So, realistically, I don't care who wins the final as long as it's a South African team. So, yeah. I will be going for the Bulls tonight either way, but if the Stormers win, not a big thing. Here comes the Cheetahs from the halfway line now. Masuku, David Brits out. Here comes Clayton Blommetjies now. Mossi cuts back inside. Again, Clayton Blommetjies tries to go with the stab through. It's been charged down back into his hands though. up to the 10-meter line. He goes then. Slow ball coming back. It's going to be a turnover ball here for the Pumas on the 10-meter line. Can they get this ball out? Where is the scrum off? Crystal September's no, it's not there. Eke Prinsloo gets the pass out to Tinus de Beer, who gets it out to Devin Williams, who puts it on the boot. And that is going to go directly into touch as well. So it's going to be going back all the way to the 22-meter line here of the Pumas. Throw into the line to the Cheetahs. Sharp Brain says Bulls have a better forwards. Look what happened to Blues at home with a weak forward pack. And then Sharp Brain says Pumas must be taken out of the Currie Cup. What are they doing? Right, so Louis van der Westhuizen now with a throw in here. 5 turnovers to 4 for the Cheetahs. They take it in for Jean-André Rudolph now. Ruan Creer gets it out to Masuka, but he gets man and ball. It's a little knock-on from the Pumas, though, in that tackle. So we will have a scrum down to the Cheetahs just outside the 22 here of the Pumas. Couple of changes coming on. I think it's Jovan Snyman who's going to come on for Crystal September now. Yeah, so Jovan Snyman coming on for September. That's a big change here with 26 minutes to go in this second half. 32 points to 17 at the moment. Will the Pumas be able to get back into this game, or will the Cheetahs secure the game here? One more try from the Cheetahs will do it, I think, for them. With still 26 and a half minutes to go. Scrum down to the Cheetahs just outside the 22 of the Pumas. Ruan Creer to throw this one in for the Cheetahs. Replacing Ruan Pinard early in that first half due to an injury. Scrum down now, and the Cheetahs dominating scrum time as well, so they might just as well milk a penalty from the scrum as well. Well, this time round the scrum is solid. Ruan Creer takes it off the back, gets it out to Kasande. Oh, Kasande stepped past one defender, but then tackled into touch by Jovan Snyman. You might also have knocked that ball on as Kasande, so they can choose scrum or line out. So he's been really quiet. This is the right winger of the Cheetahs today. He did put a bit of pressure onto the Pumas in that first couple of minutes of the second half with that box kicks over the top. So, yeah, apart from that, not too much from him today. Line up now for the Pumas. Round about 5 meters inside the 22. Edwin Swart to throw this one in for them. Still 25 minutes to go in this one. The throw-in stolen by the Cheetahs, and Ruan Creer has got that covered for them. Just outside the 22 now for the Cheetahs. There's Cameron Dawson securing that ball on the ground for the Cheetahs. Pick up and go from Jean-André Rudolph. Sets it up right on the 22-meter line here for them. Pick up and go from Aiden Davis. Slow ball coming now. Mossi, pick up and go from him. Still just up over the 22 is the Cheetahs at the moment. Now Louis van der Westhuizen with another pick up and go. Cheetahs now starting to slow things down a little bit. Jean-André Rudolph again into a bit of space now. About 10 meters out from the try line. He's brought down. And it comes back for the Cheetahs again. Creer now out to Aiden Davis. Sets it up 10 meters out from the try line. Here they come again. Smith back to Kasanda, who's knocked it on again. And it will be blown up, and it's going to be a scrum down to the Pumas, 5 meters inside their own 22. So Kasande, unfortunately, a little bit of butterfingers at the moment from the right winger. Sharpman says, can you imagine a Pumas fan going to Free State to support him and then they play like this? Yeah, that is disappointing. So Ranus Kutsia goes off for the Cheetahs, being replaced by another Van der Merwe. So it's Marnus Van der Merwe on for Ranus Kutsia. No, Marne Kutsia on for Ranus Kutsia. And then also Chakweni on the field here for them, making a couple of changes now as the Cheetahs, as Oki Barnard also coming onto the field now. So the Cheetahs now bringing on their reinforcements here for that last 24 and a half minutes of this game. 32 points to 17. They are leading and looking to cement their place in this final of the Currie Cup. 32-17 at the moment. Scrum down now to the Pumas. Jovan Snaven is going to feed this one into the scrum for them. And the Pumas will have to pull up some magic here in this game if they're going to try and win this one. Right, scrum is being set up now. It's one area where the Cheetahs have really dominated this game so far. Controlled at the back here. Willie Engelbrecht picks up and under pressure from Mossi, who's been on his case all around today. And really winning that one-on-one battle between the two players at the moment. They are in control of this ball as the Pumas about 10 meters away from their own try line at the moment. As Jovan Sneyman gets the ball out to Devin Williams. And he's going to find touch. Well, not going to find touch. Into the hands of Clayton Blommetjies now. Kasande gets it out to Speckman. Speckman runs it on the halfway line. Oh, even the referee has been tackled down by the Pumas and still Speckman is going. But the referee is going to call it back. And yeah, that is quite something. The referee getting tackled by the Pumas players after Speckman stepped all of them. He basically outstepped the referee, outstepped the Pumas, and in the process got the referee tackled. So some great footwork there from Speckman as the referee got double tackled there by two Pumas players, and the Puma player coming off second best there, having to lie down for a few seconds before standing up again. Twix heard there isn't any Cheetah players in that Springbok team, so yeah, Francois Steyn would have been there if it wasn't injured. So yeah, apart from that, I don't think there's anybody really that stepped up and put their hands up to be replaced by any of the other Springboks at the moment. So probably that's the reason why. Jan Bredenham says, no, please leave the Pumas in the Currie Cup and remove the Blue Bulls. Sharkbrain says, it's okay if Pumas lose, but the margin says a lot about the team. You can't lose by more than 20, then you might as just, well, forfeit it, says Sharkbrain. Ivan Senegal says, there is a Springbok in Roscoe Speckman. So although he is a Springbok, he's not a current Springbok, Ivan. I think he is referring to the current crop. So Ruan Creer is going to feed this ball in right about on the halfway line here as we've got a scrum down here. Charles Fenter says, hi, how's it going, Charles? Hope you're well. As we're going to have a reset scrum again here. Like I said, one of the areas where the Cheetahs have dominated this game was at scrum time so far. Just a couple of new players on the field, the likes of Chakweni and Marne Kutsia now. So you can understand that there's a little bit of a niggle at scrum time. 32-17, 21 minutes to go in this game as Ruan Creer will feed this ball in for the Cheetahs again. Where's the, let's see, the scrum feed from the Cheetahs gone down again, and we're going to have another reset scrum here. So we've had a couple of those in this game as well, but it's just slowing down the game quite tremendously and wasting up valuable time, which they could have gone back into this game. Barry Green says, Cheetahs running away with it. Pumas need to score now to try and win it. And Cameron asked how much time is left. So there's roughly around 21 minutes to play, Cameron, in this semi-final. 32 points to 17 it is. Right, so again, we're going to have a reset. Let's see what's going to happen with this one. Surely the referee can't let us continue. Right, scrum fed in there and taken off the back by Currie. Now Masuku gets it out to David Pritz. Flat pass to Clayton Blommetjies, who goes up over the halfway line. Ball being ripped by Smith, but he's brought down immediately. And the Cheetahs will get this ball back now. Comes back again now. Ruan Creer out to Masuku. Long cut-out pass. Beautiful pass to Jean-Ray Rudolph, who puts it on the boot. And here's the chase coming from the Cheetahs. But the bounce of the ball is going to Devin Williams, who's going to try and counter-attack on this one. Up to run about the 10, between the 10 and the 22 of the Pumas. Now Titus de Beer tries to have a little run. He's brought down and pushed back in the tackle. Just outside their own 22 is the Pumas at the moment. It's Slubbert who gets it out to the forwards, but just very sloppy from the Pumas, and they knock it on. And it will be a scrum down to the Cheetahs again. So just very disappointing from the Pumas overall at the moment, as they lose another opportunity here, and it will be another scrum down to the Cheetahs. Maritz on the field for Fourie, as well as Rowe on for Prinsloo. So a couple of replacements there as well, as Engelbrecht knocked that ball on in the process. So scrum down to the Cheetahs. Alvain Scholes has become a new member on the channel. Thank you so much, Alvain, for your support. Really appreciate it. For those of you who have not joined the channel just yet, can do so at the bottom of the screen just by clicking the join button. You can also subscribe to the channel and also support this video by pressing the like button. But again, thank you, Alvain, for your support. Shark Brain says it's a big game, but you can't play without fans. At least if they can see you try your best. But this is weak. So clearly Shark Brain not happy with how the Pumas have fared here. They've done well up until a point, but they've really just lost it down the line. So yeah, it is disappointing from a Pumas perspective, but we always thought that the Cheetahs will come out firing. They are at home. They have been consistently playing well throughout the season. They've not been playing with a B team, as you can class it, and they've been up to scratch and basically in the same boat as the Pumas and the Griquas all season. And consistency shows, as we see the Griquas in the final. We saw the Pumas now in the semi-finals, and then also the Cheetahs now heading to the final. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, we all expected the Cheetahs to come out firing and do the work today. So realistically, this shouldn't even have been a contest to start with. Here comes the Cheetahs off the back now. Smith takes it up to just short of the 22 here for the Pumas. Comes back, Ruan Creer on a switch around with Sekakete. Sekakete has knocked that ball on over the 22-meter line. Now Sebastian de Klerk is going to start a counter-attack. Gets it out to Mafura. Mafura is going to put it on the boot here. And Aiton Blommetjies is going to go back for it. Roundabout on the 22-meter line of the Cheetahs here. And he's got enough time to put that into touch and find it roundabout on halfway here. 18 minutes to play in this game. The Cheetahs comfortably in the lead. The Pumas will have to come up with something here if they want any chance. So it is going to be the replacements. Hooker now to throw this one in. Llewellyn Klaasen to throw this one in for the Pumas. Are there anything left in the tank of this Pumas side that just been present on the field in the second half, doing nothing spectacular? So Tinus de Beer now back on the inside to Sebastian de Klerk, who gets hammered in the tackle. Now Jovan Snyman out to Eddie Fischer, who we hardly have seen in the second half. He takes it up to the halfway line here, right in the middle of the field. Jovan Snyman now out to Tinus de Beer, throws a little dummy into the gap. He goes. Now they need support play here. Gets the pass out to Jovan Snyman, who is going to run it in here for a try for the Pumas. Is this game over just yet? It might be, it might not be. Jovan Snyman gets the try for the Pumas. With 17 and a half minutes to go, 32-22 with the conversion to come. Is there something left here from the Pumas in the second half? Angelina says, Guru, when am I taking you out in Rugby Challenge 4? We will try and work something out, Angelina. And then Ashley says, hi, Guru. Twix says, how many minutes are left? So there's about 17 minutes left in this one. Ivan says 60, yeah, more or less. And then Mike says, Griquas will beat this Cheetah side next week. And then Sharkbrain says, I just want one more try from the Pumas to close this massive gap. And an important kick coming up for Barry, says Barry. So right in front, shouldn't miss it. Gets it over 32-24. It's an 8-point game at the moment. And we still got 16 and a half minutes to go. So, yeah, just as I've said, the Pumas are dead and buried. They come back with some incredible play to get another try in this game. So 32-24, the scoreboard here with 16 minutes to play. Important final minutes. They will have to try and get another one now. Right, so the kick from the 22 from the Pumas, not going to find touch. And here comes Masuka with a high kick into the air here for Clayton Blommetjies to chase down. It's into the hands of Tinus de Beer, though. And he sets it up between the 10. Oh, it's going to be a penalty to the Pumas again. At the momentum switched here. It's a penalty just inside the half of the Pumas now. And a chance to kick this downfield for Eddie Fisher or Tinus de Beer. Just as you thought the Pumas are out of it, they come back and do something like this and try to disrupt the Cheetahs today. Ashley says, kom nou net online en dan hoor ek die Pumas druk neer Cheetahs. Right, so Tinus de Beer with the kick downfield, and he's going to find touch roughly on the 22-meter line here of the Cheetahs. Remember the score, 32-24 at the moment, as Flash Score hasn't updated it just yet. So, just looking at something here. I don't know if they've gone upstairs. No, they haven't. So 15 minutes left, just about 5 meters outside of the 22 of the Cheetahs. 32 points to 24. Mamania says the Pumas are the comeback kings. Right, here they come again. Jovan Snyman up to the 22, but he's easily bundled into touch. Quickly thrown in by the Cheetahs. And here comes a counterattack from their own 22, but Masuka decides to kick it downfield. And Devin Williams have to track back quite the distance inside his own 22 now. Goes to the kick downfield. And he's going to find touch roughly between the 10 and the halfway line inside Cheetah's half. So good work there from Jean-André Rudolph, deciding to go quickly with that line-out. And in the process, they've gained about, roughly 15 meters on that line-out. Throwing now coming from the Cheetahs. It's going to be taken at the back by Aiden Davis now. Here comes the Cheetahs with a driving maul. Almost up to the halfway line they go. Good driving maul again from the Cheetahs. And here comes the penalty advantage as well for them. So the momentum have swung back to the Cheetahs side now. Creer. Masuku with a little chip kick over the top. The bounce of the ball is going to David Brits, who kicks it ahead. But it's picked up there by the Pumas. So they're coming back for a penalty to the Cheetahs. David Brits just stabbing that kick through after a nice little chip kick over the top from Masuku. Just working out for him. So the guilty party there was Kirkwood, who came in from the side. Just as the Pumas back in this, they concede the penalty. And the Cheetahs will go for the corner here. As Clayton Blommetjies sets up the line out roughly about 15 meters out from the Pumas try line. Jan Bredenham says, kom Cheetahs, as julle speel soos nou, dan wen die Griquas julle volgende week. Sharkbrain asks, will Griquas have a home final, Guru? No, the final will be in Bloemfontein because the Cheetahs ended second on the lock. Oh no, sorry, the Cheetahs ended on top with the Bulls coming in at second place, and the Grick was in third. So the final will be in Bloemfontein if they manage to win this game. The Cheetahs now with a driving maul and still coming about 10 meters out from the try line, making some good yardage there. As they get it out now, Smith sets it up. Another penalty advantage for a high tackle here. Ruan Creer tries to go on his own. He's caught still about 10 meters out from the try line. So the Cheetahs can increase this lead now to 11, but they are playing on for the minute. It's picked up and go from the Cheetahs again now. Ruan Creer waiting for it, gets it back. Masuka Smith sets up the delayed pass to Speckman, but he's tackled backwards, so we're coming back for the penalty right in front of the sticks. So an easy three-pointer should be up for grabs here for the Cheetahs. So they can now increase that lead to 11 points again as Speckman has stayed down. So he will be receiving some attention now. David Westhuizen asked how much time is left. So there's roughly about 12 minutes, like Ivan just said there. Thank you for that, Ivan. So the high tackle was on Chris Smith. Oh, not Chris, Cornell Smith, sorry, from Tinus de Beer. So it's not the tackle on Roscoe that led to the injury. 11 minutes to go. 32-24 it is. And with this penalty right in front, should extend the lead to 11 and could possibly seal this now for the Cheetahs. Jan Bredenham said die Bulls se bal is pap geskop gisteraan. And then Sharkbrain says Bulls second on the lock but can't win the playoff. Just a little bit of a challenge there from Sharkbrain. 11 minutes to go, 32-24. The Cheetahs leading here with this penalty right in front. And Masuka gets it. So 35-24. It's an 11-point difference at the moment. Tony van Wyk says Bulls Z team. Yeah, bro. Yeah, no, that was a very inexperienced Bulls side last night that pitched up for the Currie Cup semi-final. Right, so Tinus de Beer now with the restart to this one. I mean, he asked where Achilles are at. So I'm not quite sure where he is, but he'll probably pop in for the final. Right, so, it's been ripped by the Pumas from the kickoff, and here comes Eddie Fouchier now. Can the Pumas get a try here with 10 minutes to go in this game? 15 meters out. Now it comes out Tinus de Beer on the 22-meter line. He beats one defender, but brought down quickly. Lost a bit of ground behind the 22 now. Jovan Snyman gets it out to Slavert again. Now Joe Hart's been knocked on by the Pumas as well now. And Masuka will now kick this downfield for the Cheetahs. Not going to find touch. And taken by Devin Williams on the 10-meter line inside Pumas half. Can he come up with a bit of magic? The pass, it's a terrible pass. And into touch it goes. So everything just falling apart there for the Pumas, unfortunately, as it's going to be a line out to the Cheetahs, roughly 5 meters out from the 22. Yeah, roughly, yeah, sorry, it's between the 10 and the half line. But a really poor pass from Devin Williams, who's really had a poor game in many aspects of this one. Sharkbrain says Achilles are at the funeral saying a few words for the Bulls. Andries Germenhuizen says Cheetahs going to the European Challenge Cup, not the URC. That is correct, yes. And then Jan Bredenham says Cheetahs, you'll play my span, I'll play in Namibia. So it's going to be a scrum down to the Cheetahs then. Roundabout on the 10-meter line of the Pumas. So it was sort of forward pass. So that pass not only went into touch, it went forward as well. But somehow the Pumas have managed to win a penalty from that scrum. And with 8 minutes to play in this one, if they can just get a quick try, we could be in for a nail-biting finish here. Dina's here to kick this downfield for the Pumas. Can they set up this line out? Yeah, it's going to be roughly just outside the 22 of the Cheetahs. And it's now or never for the Pumas, really. If they want any chance of winning this game, they will have to score within the next 3 minutes. Tony van Wyk says, yeah, van Rus and Elrich Low battle for number 8. So for those of you that know me and has been following me, you know I'm a big van Rus fan. Although Elrich Low has been quite exceptional himself, I just feel that van Rus for me is the player of the URC at the moment, and he'll be the first name on my Springbok sheet at this stage for the World Series. So penalty advantage coming from that line out to the Pumas now for collapsing that ball from the Cheetahs. Tinus de Beer tries to go on his own. He scored just short of the 22-meter line. Stop wasting time. Get the penalty. Go for touch. Sebastian de Klerk takes it up now. And Tinus de Beer at scrum off. Gets it out to De Massa, who's on the field for the Pumas as well. Still on the 22-meter line. Valuable time goes to waste. They need to kick this to the corner. Now cross kick from Tinus de Beer. It's been taken by Clayton Blommetjies. So they are going back for the penalty. About a minute wasted because of that. They should have just taken the penalty and kick it for touch. You need to play clever rugby in a semi-final. I'm sure Jimmy is absolutely furious with the Pumas at the moment. Sharkbrain says Vermeulen was coaching the Bulls this week. Yeah, it just showed up at one of the training sessions. I don't think there was too much in that. But, yeah, Mamania says if Cheetahs win unconvincingly, then they don't want business. Well, I'm not quite sure. Then I don't know what business they got in the English, in the European Rugby Challenge next season. Yeah, they definitely going to need a lot more players. They're going to need to bring in a couple of new players just working on the depth of their side. So maybe they've got that covered already. Who knows? Right, Emerson also on the field now for the Cheetahs. So the Pumas got a line out 10 meters out from the try line. They need to score now. Oh, the referee stopped play. So they're just getting more replacements on the field. Vix asks, is Cheston Colby in the Springboks? Yes, he is. So 7 minutes to play in the semi-final. The Pumas will have to score now. Right, here they come now, and a great line-out take from them as they set up the driving ball. Can they get this going forward, though? It's a good counter maul here from the Cheetahs, and this ball will have to come out. It's taken up by the Pumas. It's gone down now. Will they get this ball back? Yes, they will. So 10 meters out from the try line. They work it through the forwards. Driven back in the tackle again is the Pumas at the moment, and Mossy has been brilliant for the Cheetah side as well today. Still working it with the forwards here is the Pumas, but not getting any ground through this. Jovan Snyman now working again with the forwards, about 15 meters out. Jovan Snyman, was that a slap down from Roscoe? Yes, it was. So a yellow card coming up for Roscoe Speckman after Jovan Snyman tried to pass that ball. It got slapped down by Speckman, and the Cheetahs will be playing with 14 men for the next 5 minutes. Are we in for a twist in the tail? Pumas will have to score now. They are going to set up another line out here, and it's going to be set up around about 7 meters out from the Cheetahs try line. Jan Bredenham says, Trachsetu, asking where's the Sharks. Yeah, we'll take all the slack we get, Jan. Big Shark supporter myself, but it's just not working out at the moment. Terrible coaching staff at the moment. Right, here comes the Pumas again, and it's sloppy off that line out. De Massa taking it up, and here comes the drive from the forwards now. 6 meters out from the try line, and Willie Engelbrecht now getting the leg drive working. He's just a meter short is Willie Engelbrecht now for the Pumas. Joe Van Sneeuwen gets it up to the big boys again. It's try time to the Pumas, and we're in for a thrilling end to the semi-final as it's the replacement number 18, Simon Raw, who gets the try for the Pumas. 35-29 it is, and a conversion to come. 35 points to 29, and a conversion still to come. Great leg drive from Willie Engelbrecht to get that go forward ball for them, and then Simon Raw just roared over the try line there for them. Conversion needs to be taken quickly here. It's an important kick because an unconverted try could win it for the Pumas. Tinus de Beer will be lining this one up for them. 4 minutes left, and that kick has gone over. So it's 31 for the Pumas now. 35-31 with 4 minutes to go in this game. Just 4 minutes to go. And are we in for a massive final 4 minutes of this game? The comeback boys, says Mimania. Right, 35-31 at the moment here, with 3.5 minutes to come. Let's see what will happen in this last 3.5 minutes for Tain on Funtila, for the Cheetahs as well. So just a stop. No, they're going to continue. So here's the restart. No, the referee has called them back. Still attending to an injured player. Renier van Onselen says a lekker nul byt wedstryd this one. And the Pumas have somehow come back into this game quite phenomenally. So it was Ntilo who played. So he's done really well for this Cheetah side today. He's been all over the field and doing really great work for this Cheetah side. MGL Kaiser says first final in 52 years for the Griquas. Yep. So that kickoff, has it gone straight into touch? No, it hasn't. It's been deemed touched by one of the Pumas players, and the lineout will be to the Cheetahs on the 22-meter line here of the Pumas. That's a massive call going against the Pumas. So 35-31 it is. Throwing coming from the Cheetahs now, right on the Pumas 22-meter line. It's taken by Aiden Davis now. And here comes the driving ball from the Cheetahs now with 3 minutes to play in this one. Here they come again, and they're slowly working their way up. Taken up by the Cheetahs and still going 10 meters out from the try line. Ruan Creer now gets the forwards working. Just a quick ball out to the big boys. Just working down that clock at the moment is the Cheetahs. We've got 2.5 minutes to go in this one now. Ruan Creer gets it out to Chakweni. He's driven back in a tackle by the Pumas, but the ball will come back for them, and Aiden Davis sets it up. Oh, there's still something left here in the tank for the Pumas as they're defending from inside their own 22 at the moment. Oh, they've stolen the ball on the ground here. And here's a chance now for the Pumas as Jade Stichling takes it in. They're about 10 meters out from their own try line as the Pumas. 2 minutes to go in this game. Can they run it from their own 22? Devin Williams now. He's going to try and step past a couple of defenders. Can't do so. And the ball comes out to Tinus de Beer, who's running up over the 22. Gets the pass out to Joe Van Sneeuwen. Joe Van Sneeuwen cuts back inside. He's almost up to the halfway line here for the Pumas. The ball will come back for them. And it's Jima who gets it out. Here comes Tinus de Beer again. Now it's Devin Williams. Devin Williams into a bit of space here. Here they come. The pass out to Willie Engelbrecht, who's lost the ball. And it's gone backwards, says the referee. Now Sebastian de Klerk takes it up to the 22-meter line. Will the Pumas steal this game from the Cheetahs here? Tinus de Beer again, looking for a gap, gets the half gap there. Up to the 22, gets the offload. It's going to be throw time to the Pumas. It's Njima over for the try under the post here. And with a minute to go, it looks like the Pumas might have stolen this game. Well. They might go back for that knock on, maybe from Willie Engelbrecht. But this is some incredible play from the Pumas. And we'll have to wait and see if they're going to go upstairs and have a look at it. But for now, it looks like the Pumas have scored. Unfortunately, I think there was a knock on from Willie Engelbrecht, but they're not looking at it, so the try might stand here. The try might still be standing. So they're just showing the replay. No TMO at the moment. And I think the try has been awarded. So with 10 seconds to play, this conversion is all it's going to need now to win this game for the Pumas. Well, they've already won it. It's 36-35, and there's no time left on the clock. The final is going to be played in Kimberley. 36-35. Conversion goes over. 38-35. The Pumas have defeated the Cheetahs here in a miraculous comeback in the second half. What a moment this will be. It's going to be either the Griquas or the Pumas to lift the Currie Cup in 2022. How incredible is this going to be? Remarkable finish to this game. 38 points to 35. And the Pumas have pulled off, just like the Griquas last night, a phenomenal victory. The final will be contested between the Griquas and the Pumas. What an end to this Currie Cup this season. It never looked like a second in the second half, like the Cheetahs were going to lose. And you can see the disappointment on all the Cheetahs supporters' faces there out on the field. I think some of them still can't believe what just happened. But the Pumas are there. They're going to the final, and it's game over. The Pumas and the Griquas will contest the final. Definitely didn't expect that at the start of the season, even with some of the top teams playing with their B sides. But the final is coming to Kimberley. MGL Kaiser, Griquas on Kimberley, too much for the Pumas. Well, if the Pumas can win in Bloemfontein, they can surely win in Kimberley as well. And like I said at the beginning of the stream, nobody else deserves it more than Jimmy Stonehouse to get one of those Currie Cup medals on his CV as well. Maybe that is what it's going to take to get into the Sharks or the Lions. Who knows? But I will see you guys for the final of the URC in a couple of hours from now. So until then, guys, incredible shock victory here for the Pumas over the Cheetahs. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the day. Until later, when we do the URC final between the Stormers and the Bulls, I will see you guys then. Cheers for now.